Hi, I'm Dave Mcallister. I'm the Executive Director here at Laraway Youth and Family Services. I've been at Laraway for 22 years. I started my journey here at Laraway as the weekend residential overnight staff at our group home on Clay Hill House in Johnson, Vermont. When I was introduced to Laraway, it sort of seemed like something to fill my time. It seemed like I was a young person trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. Still in school, working a bunch of odd jobs, and a friend of mine's mom who worked on the staff introduced me to Laraway. So I gave it a whirl, and long and behold, I felt a connection with the work. I felt like I made a difference, and I found my life's passion in working with kids, and especially kids who weren't like me. They were kids who came from difficult circumstances and difficult situations. Well, here I am 20-something years later, and now I get the privilege of leading this organization. And I think that the path I've taken from being a weekend overnight staff at one of our group homes to case managing to running residential services, time I've spent working in the school or in our intervention programs, I think gives me a round experience that and perspective that allows us to move this organization forward and inspire young people and their families to get the help that they need to grow and learn. One of the things I think that makes Laraway so unique is that we invest in cutting-edge, evidence-based, trauma-informed practices, but we mix that with a heavy dose of creativity and passion from staff. I think the staff are what makes our outcomes so special. It's the connections and the relationships that people make with one another. We're in the people business, and the people business is all about relationships. Relationships are what heal. We know from science that one positive, consistent, healthy relationship can heal years and years of trauma and adversity that someone may have experienced in their life. So our job at Laraway, first and foremost, is to create those connections for kids. We do that through a variety of ways. We do that through a variety of our programming. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the people, and the people here at Laraway are what makes us unique and what makes us special. So one of the reasons that I've been at Laraway for so long and that I've stayed here is that along my journey, I've always found opportunities to learn and grow. I think I started at Laraway when I was 19 years old as a weekend overnight staff person. At that point in my life, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do or who I wanted to be, or I just went to actuary school for a bit. And I think that the youth at Laraway and the work at Laraway has helped me learn just about myself, as perhaps I've provided to them for support or intervention. I've always found an opportunity when I was ready for the next opportunity at Laraway, for the next step, for the next part of my journey. There was always something available. I remember when I was ready to, I'd been case managing for a number of years, and all of a sudden somebody approached me and said, "Hey, do you want to lead our residential services?" And that gave me an opportunity to do something different, take on a new challenge. And I also was able to blend some of my interest in adventure education and exploration with my experience and knowledge in mental health. And we were able to create and design a really advanced program that was a values-based adventure program that produced tremendous outcomes for young people, was incredibly popular with our state partners. And the young people today still talk about the positive outcomes that they had from that experience. So that's just one example of how we create opportunities for staff. We're continuing to be flexible and mobile and dynamic in the way that we design programs for kids. We really, really emphasize meeting kids and families where they're at, rather than being stuck or rigid in the way that we do things. Over the years, we've evolved so much at Laraway. Things have changed. We've moved locations. We've added and subtracted certain philosophies or resources or educational opportunities for kids. At the end of the day, again, our focus is how do we help kids and their families overcome the adversity that life has thrown at them? How do we help them learn to be better people, better citizens, better humans? How do we help them connect with the important people that are in their life, and that will make them better community members?